So I wanted to make a video today, talking about something that I should have been doing at the beginning of my career, which I only learned about like within the last, let's say, the last 6 months or so. And that is why that is filming yourself. Why you should film yourself. You know, so just for context, I work as a digital marketer. I run projects for clients. I help improve their presence online. And I do this through content creation, do it through social media management, and I do it through SEO and web. Okay. So let's talk about it. So why should you film yourself? So when you film yourself, you're actually showing proof behind your work. And what I found in my career is that, I'd be booked to do these projects, these videos, these one-time events, right? And they'd be amazing events and they look good. Like you look good, you have the camera, you're wearing the camera, you're creating the plan, you're doing the production, the post-production, it's being delivered and clients happy, right? But what you've done during those events is that you photographed a lot of other people and videoed a lot of other people. You've forgotten to film yourself, forgotten to photograph yourself. Even a little selfie will do. And what I found, if I'm being totally transparent, is when you get to the end of that a relationship with that client, I mean, you might be different from me. You might ask for, we haven't created it, but it's harder to get assets, from a client that you've kind of like closed off a relationship with. Hopefully, you're not closing off a lot of relationships with clients. You wanna keep those alive as much as possible. Those are the lifeblood of your business if you're an entrepreneur. More so, not at the expense of your soul, but you get what I mean. But yeah, like you create all this content of other people, you haven't created none of yourself, right? And that stuff that you create of yourself is your social proof. It's actually proof that you do what you do. So I found that I've got like loads of project work and videos on site, videos doing work on site and da 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 da, and you can see what I've filmed, but you can't see me filming it. And I don't know. I might be overthinking this, but I just feel like if someone else saw my work, they might just question, oh, is that his work, or is he just picking that up from the internet? He's just stealing that from someone else. And I'm thinking that because someone's done it to my work before. Someone's uploaded my work on their website before and claimed it as their own. So what's the thing that someone won't think that I'm doing the same thing? Now, I'm not doing the same thing. I'm not that guy. But I just make this video to make that point that, having the proof that you do the work is almost as if not more important than having the work itself, because you can see the context of what brought about the entire thing. The BTS is so important, especially now. Like, everyone's got some degree of skill in like production. But you like take that with a pinch of salt. Not everyone has. I take that back. Not everyone has it, but people are able to create decent videos with their iPhone, for example, right? But when somebody kind of sees like, okay, in order to get this shot, it wasn't just like me with my iPhone. It was actually me with my camera with this lens, or maybe I had somebody pulling the focus. I had somebody kind of like there's stages to this. Somebody controlling the lighting. We had a prop person, we had a makeup person, and all of that was happening, in a rented studio. And this is actually what it took to bring this about. It's so important. I was looking at this website, Brute Media, and they are like I think they're a filming studio or production studio. Again, you look into some of their work and you can see, oh, they have the BTS there. And it might not show like one person doing the work. It doesn't need to show one person, but it shows kind of like the process of it coming together. So yeah, I just wanted to create this video just to kind of You know, bring that to your attention. Like if you're not doing it already, maybe you should, you know, do that. You know, it can be simple. It doesn't, you don't need to light yourself and do all of this, but just propping your phone up, you know, putting it on camera mode, selfie mode, and just like taking a video, you know, a couple seconds will do. Or if you have like a Pocket 3 or one of those other sort of like vloggy cameras, yeah, you can buy one of those stands. I've got one of those tripods that lift pretty high for that camera. I got a tripod for that camera. It's just a tripod. And I just, you know, when I'm doing work, sometimes I just put it up. I actually create content with it when I'm on site as well, but I'll just put it up. It will film kind of like everything that's happening. I'll do it in a few different formats, landscape and portrait, and we'll make of that what we will. And even if we don't use it straight away, we have it there to just show, you know, out of like a 2 minute clip, maybe like 10 seconds, even just 10 seconds, you know, and it will capture things like me communicating with the person, with the talent, with the person that I'm filming. It will show me sort of like setting up my gear. It will show how I kind of communicate, how I navigate a space and all of that. So yeah, I just found that, you know, I was, you know, I would have great relationships with certain clients, certain companies, all right. I'd create like maybe like 2 years worth of work, a lot of work, but none of it actually shows me doing the work. It might show my colleagues doing the work, and it's like, where am I in the story? I've been lost somehow. Yeah, and you know, especially now, when you know, I've just had my son, or my wife had my son, and like, yeah, I had a relationship with one client that I was working with for a few years, and they just quietly fired me. You can get quiet fired, like if you're in your own company. They just stop kind of like communicating with you, stop sending you work and all of that. You know, and you know that there's something wrong. No one communicates it. Anyway, the communication has kind of like fallen off. The communication has fallen off of a cliff, and I just wish that I'd created more content of me creating content. You know what I mean? Um, anyway, que sera, sera. We'll move forward, but yeah, just something for you to pay attention to. And I'll see you in the next video.